What's up guys, Football Manager Tactics here and welcome to episode 2 of my Football Manager Moneyball playthrough. Hope you guys are good, let's get right into it. So, we left off previously, we hadn't played any games, we'd just gone through the team and we'd seen what was going on, what kind of signings we needed, what players we had, what players we didn't have, what we needed. So I hadn't played any games. So now I've played a few games. I've played right to the end of August. As you can see here, now there's a couple of fixtures that I want to talk about. Most notably, you'll probably see a couple that jump out at you here, but we'll go through them. So first and foremost, we had our friendly games. Not much to talk about. We won them all except for our game with Derby, which was a 0-0 draw, which was really boring. But I was still kind of tinkering with the tactics at that time, so I was pretty pleased enough, I suppose, with a 0-0 draw, which is whatever. Derby, championship team, great, good stuff. So we bet Ilkeston 3-0, Matt Palmer, Phil Edwards, Matt Palmer, Phil Edwards and Dominic Sammy getting the goals. He's a signing that we made, and I'll get more into the signings now in a minute. Then we played Macclesfield, we beat them 1-0. This guy, Mosquito, getting the goal there. More on him in a minute as well. Then we bet Leek 3-1. Mosquito again on the score sheet, Phil Edwards on the score sheet again, and Dominic Sammy on the score sheet again. Then again we drew 0-0 with Derby. We also kicked off our League 2 campaign with a 0-0 draw away to Oxford, which was pretty disappointing because Oxford aren't really a strong team at all, so it was kind of disappointing for my very first game in charge to play out a scoreless, boring draw. But anyway, that's beside the point. We then had a Capital One Cup first round game against Barnsley, which was 1-1. Again, Mosquito getting on the score sheet here. In the first minute, it wasn't even the first minute, I think it was something like 20 seconds or something this guy scored, which was just fantastic. But then they equalised through Leroy Lita in the 54th minute, which made the game level. Game went to extra time. No one scored in extra time, so the game went to penalties. We ended up winning 4-3 on penalties, so I was delighted with that. We weren't expected to get past the first round anyway, so it was great to get past that. We then kicked off our home campaign in League 2 against Dagenham and Redbridge. We beat them 1-0, and it was Dominic Sammy who got on the score sheet this time. Good stuff. We then played home again to Exeter. We beat them 2-1 with Mosquito getting on the score sheet and then a James McAllister own goal. Then we had a 0-0 draw away to Newport. Not much to talk about there. And then we got drawn against Southampton in the Capital One Cup second round, and they absolutely destroyed us. 5-0. Danny Ings getting 4 of the goals and Ward Prowse getting 1 goal. I actually want to show you this because the goal from Ward Prowse was just ridiculous. So let me load up this highlight now. But the keeper was totally at fault. I was absolutely screaming when I seen this goal from Ward Prowse because it shouldn't have been scored. And that really killed us. So we'll play it like this. Yep, straight through the keeper's legs. So I wonder if we can play that back in 3D now. No. Hold on, I'll just pause this for a minute. And we will go to close. There we go. So we'll just slow this down a bit and we'll play it. And look how ridiculous this goal was. So Ward Prowse actually starts off the move, gives it out wide to Target, gives it to Juricic. Oh wait, that was Danny Ings' first goal. Never mind. It was a nicely worked goal. They deserved that goal. But here we are, I was 1-0 down, I was like, oh no. So again, does Ward Prowse, I think Ward Prowse started off the move again. Gave the ball to Ings. who brought the ball. No defenders around him at all. No one. And then what? Look, he hits it from there and it goes through the keeper's legs. That was insane. Like, that was so annoying when I seen that. And then his little flip celebration as well. My God. But yeah, the ball just went straight through the keeper's legs. I'll play out the rest of the goals because why not? Ings had an absolutely fantastic game. Here he just walks in, gets pushed over, and then we clear the ball, and then it comes back. We're lucky we didn't concede a penalty there, actually. But look, Danny Ings is just strolling around our defence, nothing going on. Then a lovely little cross ball in, and Ings is at the back post to put that in. Our defenders couldn't even see where the ball was, apparently. But as you can see down here, we actually had 8 shots, 6 on target, and 2 clear-cut chances, which we should have taken them. Southampton had 18 shots. And look, lovely little easy ball for Ings again, and just taps it in, because why not? We were easy pickings on the day. The surprising thing about this match was that we actually had more possession away at Southampton than they did, which I can't understand. We had 2 clear-cut chances with 6 shots on target, and we ended up losing the match. So yeah, that's the highlights there anyway. So we'll just leave that now. So yeah, that was pretty disappointing in fairness. Our next game is against Doncaster in the Johnson's Paint North first round. So that should be a reasonably easy game. Doncaster aren't the greatest of teams. Oh wait, no, sorry, they're in League 1, my apologies. So that actually might be a difficult game. We'll see. So that leads me on to our competition. So League 2, here's the league table. We're 6 at the moment. So we played 5, drawn 2, won 3. And this is where we're struggling at the moment. We've scored only 5 goals. So we're averaging 1 goal a game. And we've given away or conceded 2 goals. So we have a +3 goal difference. So, I mean, the likes of this is kind of worrying me. You have Portsmouth and Plymouth who are on 11 and 10 goals respectively. Now, fair enough, we're only 4 points behind first, but we need to be able to come up with a better system to score goals. The tactics I have at the moment aren't really working out, so I'm going to have to tweak them a little bit. In terms of signings, so we brought in a few players. We let go of a few players as well. So we sold Dean Linus on a free to Halifax. I didn't consider him to be good enough for the club. And he was on 800 and something a week. So I said, I need that wage budget. So I asked if he would go and talk to some clubs, which he did. And he went to Halifax. So did Jimmy Phillips, conveniently enough as well. Who I didn't realise he was only worth like, I'm not sure how much he was worth, but he definitely wasn't worth 170 grand, when he left us. But he was on high enough wages as well, and I couldn't contemplate having him in the squad when he was on such big wages, so I got rid of him as well. Now, in terms of transfers, we've had quite a few, some on loan, and some are free transfers. So you can see we've pretty much utilised the free transfer market to our advantage. So the first guy that we got in is Remy Sylla. He is a left back and a left wing back. The reason why I bought this guy is because he's so versatile. He can play on the left, he can play in the left wing back, he can play right wing back, and he can also play right defender. His stats are reasonably okay as well for a defender. I would prefer if he had some better marking and maybe better passing as well. His tackling is okay. Good strength, good stamina for this division. Good crossing as well. So he was good. He's on 1k a week, which was a little bit more than what I wanted to pay him, but I said for the quality that he was, I would do my best to get him in. He's by far and away our best left back at the club. He's probably even our best right back as well. So he's very versatile and he's worth the wages, to be honest. The next guy we got in was David Fopala. This guy's more so one for the future. I think he's going to be a good player. He has decent physicals, some fairly good mentals, like good determination, He needs to work on his composure though. Good strength as well for this division. 10 is not bad for this division. Good technique, good heading, and good finishing, which is all good for a 17-year-old, mind you. He just has to work on some of his other stats. Like, I'd like for his dribbling maybe to be a little bit higher, and his first touch. Definitely composure as well. But I can see that this guy is definitely going to be a good player. He's definitely one for the future. He's on 875 a week, which is more of a first team kind of player's wage. But I said for the potential that he was showing, I have to splash out a little bit extra to get him in. So I did. And he hasn't really played much for us. He's played 2 games, as in in our friendlies. He scored 1 goal. He hasn't played in the league yet, and that's because he's been injured for the last while. So next, this is the guy I'm most excited about. Christopher Ehmer, I don't know how to pronounce his name. This guy is 16 years of old, and he's already our starting defensive mid. He is a absolute beast. Like, look at his mentals. For a 16-year-old, he has some fantastic mentals. As well, physical wise, he has some really, really good physicals here as well. He's not the quickest of players, but he makes up for that as well with his mentals and also his technicals, his passing, his technique, and combined with his vision as well. Like, I play him as a regista, which is pretty much kind of like a deep line playmaker, but a little bit more kind of aggressive, I suppose. And he's actually a very, very good player. Now, his average rating hasn't been marvellous so far, but again, he's only 16, so I'm trying to give him a chance. He needs to kind of grow in, but he has plenty of cons. He'd be a leading player for most Sky Bet League 1 sides. So he's actually playing in a division below where he should be. Now, he does have some cons as well. I'm going to try and see if I can get him to work on his left foot, I think. Is he right-footed? Yeah, he's right only. So see if I can get him to work on his left foot. I have him training in marking at the moment. And he is fairly kind of not lazy, but he does get complacent a lot, which I can see in the match screen as well. It does show that he's complacent now. His contract, I would have liked it to be a little bit longer, but whatever, it'll do for now. He has the potential to be a very, very good player for us. Next is Dominic Sammy. We got this guy on loan. This is our first striker that we got on loan. The reason why I went for this guy is I don't have to pay any of his wages. Reading are paying all of his wages, which is brilliant. So he's basically a free player for me. He's really, really good physicals. He's quite quick, and he's quite fit as well. And then his finishing isn't too bad either. The only thing is his composure could be a little bit better. But he has played some games for us. And he scored 1 goal in the league and 2 goals in our friendlies. So he's doing quite well at the moment. Again, the team is only starting to gel, so everyone's not playing to their full potential at the moment. But this guy will do a good job for us this time, in League 2. So I'm hoping to keep him for the year and see how he helps us out, because I think he's going to do big things for us. Then we got this guy, Mosquito. What a name. So the reason I got this game, he's Brazilian, and I'm paying him 900 quid a week. I got him on a free, but the reason why I signed this guy, because look at his name, Mosquito. It's absolutely insane. So, this guy is quite good as well. He's quick. He's some very good mentals for an 18-year-old. And he has some very good physicals, as well as some reasonably good technicals as well. I play him as a poacher, and he is by far and away our best striker at the moment, in the club. So he's playing most of our games. But I can't get over the fact that his name is actually Mosquito. It's absolutely crazy. He's played 5 games for us in the league. He has 2 goals, and he has an average rating of 6.56. And he would be a decent player for most championship sides. So we're doing very, 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 very well to have this guy in the team. So he's going to be a big player for us as well. I know he is Brazilian, and Brazilians do tend to be overrated as per the Moneyball rules, but having seen his name, I couldn't not turn him down. I had to sign him. And the next person we got in was Salomon, who is a keeper. I initially got him in as a backup keeper, but it turns out that he actually is probably a shade better than John McLaughlin that we have here already. So the two of them, I'm kind of using the two of them on and off. I'm going to keep testing to see which one I want to play as a regular. So it's good to have some competition. He's much better than the keeper that we had at the club already. So it's great that we have two fairly capable goalkeepers. I might look to see in January if I can maybe pick someone else up on a free and get rid of John McLaughlin, because I'm looking to this guy more so for the future. As well. He's only 22, but I wouldn't mind having maybe a very, very strong goalkeeper as well. But he does have 5-star potential, and that's the reason why I got him. I got him in on a trial. Actually, all the guys that I signed on a free came in on a trial basis first. So I offered them 4-week trials. I asked my coaches to give their opinion on what they thought, and then these are the guys that I signed. Same goes for this guy, Samuel Asamoah. He is from Ghana. He's on a reasonably high enough wage as well, but he is an attacking midfielder, and he's by far and away the best attacking midfielder at the club. Very good mentals, very good technicals as well, reasonable enough physicals. He could be a little bit stronger, which I'm probably going to train him on. I'm training on his passing at the moment because I'd like his passing to be a little bit better, considering the role that he plays in. He's an attacking midfielder, but I would play him as more of a number 10, and I'd like for him to be able to have that passing, just to match his vision and his work rate, and maybe bring up his determination as well, because he's very low determination. But yeah, this guy's a great guy. He's only played 2 league games for us because he's had international duty, but the 2 games he's played in, he's had an average of 7.8, which is brilliant. That's exactly the kind of signing that I'm looking for. And then lastly, we have this guy, Kenji Gora. I think that's how you say his name. Dutch. So again, kind of going against the Moneyball rules, but again, he's on loan from Swansea. I'm not paying anything towards his wages, which is fantastic. He plays out on the right. He's an attacking midfielder on the right hand side. And when I seen him, I couldn't turn him down. He is fantastic acceleration, agility and pace. He's a very, very quick player. Plus he is a bagload of flair, and he's very good at dribbling. And he's not too bad at finishing as well for a winger. Also decent free kicks, good passing, good crossing, good technique as well. Work rate's fairly good as well. So all in all, when I seen that this guy was available for loan, I tested the waters with Swansea. I just threw in a loan offer and offered nothing per week in regards to wages, and he said he'd come and do a job for me, so I'm looking forward to having him for the season. So yeah, that's pretty much about it in terms of our new signings. In terms of staff, we had a complete overhaul of our staff. So let's see, we'll go to training actually. So I had to get rid of our assistant manager because he was just absolutely brutal. He wasn't really good at all. So I brought this guy in. He's a good assistant manager. I haven't trained in tactics at the moment because there's nothing else really for him to train. Me personally, I should be doing tactics and technical. Actually, I might revisit this, because if I was to maybe even just do this and then give that guy that, and then give him tactics is like his best thing as well. So we need someone for shooting. I think I might leave me on shooting for the moment. Actually, hold on now. Let's see if we can change this around. Yeah, because a problem with our tactics at the moment is we're having an awful lot of shots off target. So we need a good shooting trainer. We also have a good fitness coach, 20 fitness. So I have him on both. Good goalkeeping coach as well, 20 on both. I had to get rid of pretty much all our staff. This guy is our attacking coach, 15, which is great. And then this guy is our technical coach. Not the best at technical, but he'll do a job. So yeah, in terms of tactics then, this is kind of how we've been playing out. So we've had the formation. This is the formation that I'd use mostly when I'm playing away. And I'd use this on a control, or depending on the opposition I'm playing against, I might switch it to counter. But this is what we're playing. We're playing a 5-4-1 diamond. So we have our 5 at the back, and then our 4 in midfield, and then our 1 up top with the diamond here. So it is quite a defensive formation, but the wing backs can get up and down the pitch as well and provide good support out wide, whereas the 3 centre backs are all limited defenders, so they will stay back. I've 2 ball winning midfielders as well in the middle of the park. So basically what it is, the idea is these guys will be the back line. These guys will be kind of the muscle in midfield who will feed the ball to Ehmer. I'm going to call him Ehmer from now on. Who will be able to either distribute to the left or to the right to whichever wing back is advancing up the pitch, or he can play in up to our attacking midfielder, as well as into our striker as well. So that's the idea. The other formation that we play with as well is generally more so when we're at home. It's just a standard 4-2-3-1, with 2 centre mids rather than defensive mids, although I might look to change that. But I have a tactic in mind at the moment. But the thing that I want to address is the 5 goals though. Our 5 goals have come from 3 players. No one else has contributed a goal at the moment. So that's something we definitely need to address. So the new tactic that I'm looking at is, where is it now? I'm looking to go with a 4-1-2-1-2. I'll just do it myself. So, say if I was to go away, I'll leave him where he is. So this is the formation. This is more so the formation that I'd like to be playing. We'll just kind of switch this around a bit. So yeah, I'll do all the roles in a while, but this is kind of what I'd be looking for. I'd be looking to play like a possession game based on passing in regards to this formation. I think this formation pretty much suits the players that we have at the moment. Like if I do a quick pick here, no, it didn't pick the players that I want. Oh yeah, because Asamoah is still away. We have a couple of injuries as well. So this formation does suit the players that we have available to us at the moment. Our Asamoah would fit in there where McGurk is at the moment, and I have the option of either playing McGurk or Dominic Sammy in the second striker role. Our 2 centre mids, and then a choice between Mosquito and our where's our best mate gone? Where's he gone now? Ehmer. He gets tired quite a lot actually, so he's always kind of been put on the bench, or even not off the bench, because his condition, it takes him quite a while to recover after each game, which I suppose you can attribute to the fact that he's quite young. But that's the formation that I'm planning on doing. So what we'll do is, I'll go into my schedule here. So I'm going to play until the end of September next, and I'll do another quick update video then, and we'll see how we get on then. But we've some crucial games coming up. We've Portsmouth coming up, which is going to be a really tough game, as well as this cup game as well. I'd like to be able to do well in the Johnson's Paint Trophy. So we've Portsmouth. York should be a reasonably easy enough game. Same with Wimbledon. Bury, they're a reasonable enough side. And then Cheltenham should be a tough game, but we are at home for that. So again, just going back to the league table. At the moment, we're sitting in 6th in a playoff spot, but I'd rather if we could push for automatic promotion rather than playing off. Ideally, I'd like to win the league, but we'll see how we get on in our first season. Baby steps is how we progress with this. So that's pretty much it, guys. if you have any suggestions for me on players to sign or maybe what tactics to use, do let me know in the comment section. Make sure you leave a like as well if you enjoyed this video, because it really does help me out. And make sure you subscribe as well, so that you won't ever miss an episode. I'm going to add all these episodes to a playlist as well, so that they'll all be collected together in one little spot. And we'll keep adding to them as we go on. But make sure you do subscribe for more, because I plan on doing some other Football Manager stuff as well as this series, but this is just kind of to test the waters, to see what's going on, see how people respond and react. I might do some tactics videos and tactical breakdowns and stuff like that, but that'll probably come down the line. I'm going to focus on the Moneyball series for now anyway. So yeah, once again guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.